if we look at these cultures that have survived for thousands of years, all of these civilizations have one thing in common, and that's sustainability. And that just means having a society, a culture, a people united and able to effectively meet the needs of the present generation and future generations without sacrificing the soil, the air, the waterways that sustain them.
Being in sustainability studies, you get to have personal connections with everybody. The professors, the students, everybody is like-minded. You get to see eye to eye. And because you're talking about life, you're talking about welfare, you're talking about things that affect not only our lives here, but life in general for every organism.
All animals matter, especially our wildlife. Working with wildlife for 5 years, I really got a chance to see why they're important to us and how they help us sustain healthy ecosystems. And I think spreading the awareness through journalism is really important, and just writing in general too, just to make people aware that parts of our environment are being destroyed, and along with that go animals.
What I've found both in my life and within everyone in the sustainability department is that we tend to focus on the hope. We look past the fear, because while fear is a great Kickstarter to get people interested in doing something, hope is really where you have to go to at the end of the day.
It's a matter of having hope in others and hope in the entire movement. So I think that shifting mentality is coming along. I think the People's Climate March was a really great example of that.
More and more people are seeing more wildfires and droughts and floods, and this has never been seen before. And so I think just by nature itself, people will realize that climate change is real.
Sustainability to me was a very interesting subject because I feel that our society is particularly wasteful and we don't even realize it. If we don't start looking at what we have around us and finding ways to keep it going, then I think that we're doomed, because especially in first world societies, it's so commonplace to just replace, and throw out.
There's going to be people that are going to come after me that should definitely be able to embrace and love what's around them and not see it fall apart.
The fact that a lot of these studies and things that we're trying to figure out affect people, if I don't speak to the people who I am creating formulas for, then it doesn't really make sense to me.
After Sandy hit, I saw my town and I saw the places that I had gone to as a child in ruins. And I knew that not only would it take a lot of time to rebuild, but it needed this science focus to make sure that if a Sandy ever came again, they knew what to do and we were prepared and we had preventative policy in place.
The work I want to do is sort of working and restructuring our infrastructure to react to the environment. I grew up on the beaches here, and I can't tell you how many houses I've seen fall into the ocean over at Ocean Beach, Ocean Atlantique, Ocean Bay Park, all those great summertime spots. I mean, as long as I can remember, you see the houses on stilts after a hurricane just collapsing right into the sea. So I found at Stony Brook University, the Coastal Environmental Studies program major. I set up a meeting and I came here and spoke to the director, and I decided this is exactly what I had been looking for.
Planet, prosperity, and people is what we need to nurture going into the 21st century.